Welcome to 10 Story Showcase with myself, Cossey and Runham over the phone through my car speakers.
So I'm Cossey, and then
I am Runham.
you might want to turn you up. You sound a bit...
Yeah, we'll turn him up. So basically we've got a bit of a mini episode this week because Charlie is currently away and none of us can really be bothered. So, yeah. So we've got a few stories.
Do you want to explain like the format of the show?
So we just have a discussion of some stories. Just try and make it as fun as possible, depending on the severity of some of them. We're currently recording this from an industrial estate in my car, so if there are any interruptions at all, we can only apologise. Like right now, there is an Asian family walking past, staring at us very dodgily. We just look so suspicious. So if we,
This is going to get on the front page of the podcast.
I mean, to be honest, we were going to record this in a housing estate, but we were scared the police might get called on us. So here we are. But yeah, so Runham, do you want to start off with your story?
Okay, my story is...
Remember the little thing? So you're going to say the title, the date and the author, what website or whatever you got it off, and then a brief summary.
Are we?
Yeah.
I don't know if there's like a uni essay.
Okay. So
You're just
mine
reading the...
is basically, they've discovered the first X-Man, well, X-woman.
So you didn't do what I just said.
What are you going to
I
talk
did
about?
half. Look, I'm introducing it.
I know what you're going to talk about.
You know
Okay.
what I'm going to talk about?
Yeah?
So this is something I found on The Independent. It's an article by Alex Matthews King.
A fellow
The
Alex.
title is Woman with Mutant Gene Who Feels No Pain and
Boo.
Heals Without Scarring Discovered by Scientists.
Yeah, we were discussing this earlier. Cossey hadn't heard about it, but go on.
Yeah.
What's the synopsis of it?
So she reported like numerous burns and cuts without feeling pain, and often smelling burning flesh before noticing the injury.
That's...
And I think they're going to use it for people. Her DNA to use it on a host of new treatments to help people recover from surgery and manage chronic pain and anxiety disorders. So she's basically Deadpool.
Yeah, so
Basically, yeah.
Cossey and I had a few questions about this. I don't know if you've read it, if you can give us a few answers for it. So
I haven't really read it, but
fantastic. In terms of like, well, basically, because how old is she? I swear she's like 72.
let me have a look.
How is she only like?
Discovering this
She's
now.
old. Like, how is this only sort of coming to fruition now? Can you?
She's 71.
It's 71. So how's this only like a thing now? They've discovered her, as if like it was like, but like so
She must
in
have
terms
just thought it was normal for her entire life, and then like she was like,
to
oh,
not
maybe
feel
I shouldn't
pain.
feel
Like, so do you think does she feel internal pain, Dr. Runham?
That's a really good question.
Because like so. I would have thought in terms of surgeries and stuff, and like maybe for like cancer patients and like people with like illnesses where it's internal, whether it would be of any benefit. Because obviously, if like your arm's fallen off, then it probably would help to not feel that pain. But if it's like a lot of it would be like internal stuff, which would be a lot better. Like I don't get how they can transfer her genes at the age of 72. They haven't got long to
They've got to put it
dissect
on
her
ice
up.
soon, yeah.
To be fair, they probably wanted to die quicker so they can like chop her up and see what's going on inside.
Apparently, though, it was like when she needed some hip surgery and like she wasn't feeling any pain without like anaesthetic or anything.
What, so they just...
Yeah, they were like, can we
They
just
just
try without
started.
anaesthetic to start with and see how it goes? And they were like, okay.
And at that point, they didn't realise that there was something different about her.
Yeah, they were like,
It was
oh,
only when she got to her 72nd birthday that they
Yeah.
kind of like figured it out.
maybe we should like tell someone about this. No, it's a bit like, it's cool. I don't know if I'd want like that. You well, actually no, you would want that power because you'd be like I said earlier, like Bruce Willis from Unbreakable. Like, imagine like
Yeah,
do you
but
think
he's
at
got
the,
like superhuman strength and
Do you
like...
think at the gym and stuff, like
Oh, it'd be like
it'd be
the
like
super
steroids
soldiers.
because you wouldn't feel
Yeah.
your muscles aching. You could just go until like they can't go anymore. So it wouldn't be mind over matter. You would literally just be able to go until you can't, and then you'd build up.
At the same time, though, you do need pain to survive, don't you? So it'd be a bit shit.
It's a bit like that. You could go to the gym, just like work out, and then your arms would be like ripped to pieces, and
You
it would take you
wouldn't
like
know.
a year to like recover from
Yeah,
that.
your tendon could like shred, like because you know they can like pop out,
yeah,
like yeah, so you wouldn't know. But like other than that, well, you say you
Other
need
than
pain
that.
to survive, but
Yeah.
it's not like the caveman times anymore. Like it's not like I've cut. It's not like I was running through the woods and I cut my foot open on a stick, and now I've got
but it's like-
sepsis and I'm going to die. Like I don't think.
It's just nerve reactions, though, isn't it? Like, you know.
Well, like, what's the difference between just feeling something, like
Oh, does
like
she
to
have
pick something up, or to
Does she have emotions?
to actually like feel pain? Like, what's the difference between picking something up warm and picking up something that's like hot enough to burn
Yeah,
you?
so can she just not feel anything?
Is she just like numb?
Fuck's sake, Ron. State of this.
She just says she's got a mutant gene. She feels no pain and heals without scarring.
Wait,
So,
what?
Like, yeah, what?
Heals
That
without
second
scarring.
part.
Skips
I
it.
read this at the start,
No, but you didn't say she heals up without scarring.
Yeah.
didn't I?
No.
Another Asian man doesn't. That's just dodgy.
Mutant gene feels no pain and heals without scarring.
Shit.
Oh, that
no.
is interesting.
Yeah.
But so I just want to know, what can she feel? Like, if you
Can she
twisted
feel
her nips, would she be like, I can't feel anything, but something about it is just good?
Can she have like orgasms or not?
Oh no.
I think we should move on to the next
She's
one.
getting on a bit, but
Did it say where? Did it say where she was from?
She's it, sure is.
she's from the UK.
Oh, UK. Okay.
Yeah, but I remember seeing she's like one of only 2 people who can feel it. I don't know who the other one is.
I swear there's tons of people that just can't feel pain. I remember watching a video where they had like 10 people on it. But the healing without scarring seems cool.
It just you know, opens up the possibilities. You know, what other kind of mutations are there going to be in the world before?
Yeah.
You know,
Keep
Possibly
saving the
they're
story
actually
and it
discovered.
keeps disappearing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Cossey, what have you got?
Okay, right. Time to 42%. We should be fine. My story is from the BBC. It's actually like a live story. It's called Reactions. It's Brexit vote defeated. So here we go. Any of you know anything about this? Because I don't. So the Friday.
in general.
Yeah. So what was the date we were supposed to leave?
29th.
29th, which has
It's been it.
Yesterday.
It's gone.
come and gone, and we're still in the EU, or
Yeah, I guess.
yeah, I should have read through this.
We
Um,
should we just drop that one and talk about Article 30?
well, I think this is going to be like.
No, not Article 30.
Wait, did you say 30 or 13?
13. We're now
13.
17. Thanks, Philly D.
This podcast will get banned before it's even out.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we mentioned Brexit. That's going to be something that's going to be reported on for the next like 100 years. So this is the first
So what, you just want to
installment.
talk about reactions to it or
Like, what are your thoughts on it?
nothing? I so don't care.
Yeah,
At
I'm just
all.
saying to everyone else. I'm just tired of it.
Yeah, it's just boring. So I want to go to the gym and see something else on the news at the telly to watch while you and Charlie
Oh, with
are
the
doing your
subtitles.
stuff. Yeah.
At the same time, though, Theresa May is the most like uninspiring prime minister that we've had ever. So I'm happy if she resigns because it might like shift things up a bit. Get things
Oh
going.
yeah, that's a bit more interesting if she isn't prime minister.
Yeah. She's just dull, in my opinion.
You want a more rock and roll prime minister,
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
Tony Blair.
Gordon Brown, the most rock and roll.
They just need someone cool, like I don't even know, Barack Obama. We need,
Just-
Yeah, we need a cool guy.
we need a black prime minister who smoked weed at one point.
Get like Idris Elba to run next time round.
Oh, I can't stand Idris Elba. He annoys me.
Okay. Well, that story went nowhere.
Yeah, that was
so
abysmal. So I'm going to come at you with it's a story that leads on to a question. British man wins World Camel Weighing Championships, only to now become embroiled in animal rights row. So I'm going to pose to both of you a question. What do you think the World Camel Weighing Championships entails?
is it like guess the weight of a pig or whatever at a county fair,
No.
but with a camel?
Nope.
Is it you grow your own camel and so you can get as heavy as possible?
Nope.
Is camel like a slang word for some type of drug or something?
No. So it's held in Pakistan, of all places, would you believe? Not here, not a local one. And essentially, the reason it's got a bit controversial with animal rights rows because basically you have a camel, you raise it, and you raise a camel, and then the competition is based around how much your camel can carry.
Oh
So
shit!
they put horrendous amounts of weight on it, and then get it to stand they sit down.
yeah.
They put as much on it as they can, and then get it to force itself up, and then walk around in front of a crowd of 20,000 people. So it's a good turnout.
Oh my god.
And
that sounds like
and he managed so this guy this year, he managed to his name was Qasim Hussein from Bradford, and his world record winning camel, Shazida Kathrila, managed to carry 1,800 kilograms on its humps, and then had a little walk around.
how many kilos?
1,800.
That's like almost twice my car's weight.
Yeah, so there it is, struggling.
Oh, it looks like it wants to die.
And so then Peter got involved, and they were like, camels are intelligent, sensitive individuals, and like it's just not okay. But then Mr. Hussein said that he like sort of he likened it to horse racing, in the way that he said so they take so the camel since birth is looked after by a team of 20 people. There's someone with the camel at all times, and people even sleep in the same room as it just in case anything happens. They're fed the equivalent of what 3 cows would eat in a day. So obviously, you know, they've got to bulk it up. So you know, they need a lot of calories.
Yeah.
And I don't really know what other weightlifting stuff they put on it. And then they go on like hour-long walks a day. So they do look. Obviously, there's an element of training to be the best camel.
How much is the prize money for this competition?
I don't know. I think it's just
Just
for
for the honour.
It's just for the glory.
Because it seems like a very sort of black market competition. Like I've never heard of this before, and yet he's liking it to the Grand Derby or something.
Yeah, well, like I'm sure Qasida Kathrila is feeling the glory of it. Looking there, that's the face of a winner. But
he's pretty happy when he
yeah,
gets up.
like it's just, and then obviously people were like, well, this isn't very friendly to animals. But he said it's just the same as like horse racing. Like we look after them the same, push them to their limits the same. So, but obviously Peter don't really like horse racing either. Then Peter don't like anyone. So
you're siding with this.
yeah,
You're with the camel guy.
yeah, I want to see a camel lift 2,000 kilograms next time.
Yeah, but how far, in terms of animal rights, like how far does it like genetically mutated and all that shit?
I don't know. I mean,
Does it have the same gene as that woman? It can't feel pain, and it like.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think because it, like I know you get your so they'll probably breed that one to get the next like generation of world-winning camels, but it's just the same as horse racing. Like I don't like they're just going to be bred. I don't think there's any genetic stuff to it unless they're like loading up with steroids. But then if they found that out, it'd get banned. So that's
like the same. You know what people do like with koi carps and all that shit? Like they cut the scales off.
Oh yeah, for koi there they rate the carps on like how they look and
Yeah.
stuff. But no, that's my incredible story for the week. My in world news,
Right.
camel weight. Like I'm just happy that the more you know about camel weighing, because I thought it was just like I thought it was like a thing of guess the weight of the camel, you know, sort of like guess how many sweets are in a jar, sort of thing.
It makes sense though now that you explain it. You know what I mean?
Camel weighing though, they should camel weight lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like. Because like that just doesn't really lend itself to it. Literally, there is already an established act of weighing a camel, which is to weigh it, not like.
Yeah. You think you should get onto their like PR guy, give them some tips. You get this sport up there and get it in the
it's
Olympics
just got a
or
bad
whatever.
public image. They need to just turn it around.
Yeah. If it was on TV, I would watch that. Like,
You'd
whilst
watch
on the camels. That'd be fucking sick.
You'd watch this camel like struggle to its to its thing, and then waddle about with all
Plus,
this
what
weight
if
on
it fails? Like, does its legs just snap the wrong way?
Oh, geez, I don't even know. They probably put it down like horse racing.
Just put a cursor around its head and then like.
Oh, chop its head off.
Challenges they could have, like,
Sorry.
you know what I mean? Think of all the different challenges they could have.
Oh, they
Like,
could.
you know, pulling like a giant truck or something. You know what I mean?
Pushing like.
Do they have like team lifting where they just put like a school bus over like 6 camels and see if they can lift it
They could have
together?
camel relays. Like I think it should be like because obviously this part of the camel is like it's targeting legs and back.
Yeah.
I think they need to get a bit more. They need like to carry stuff from their mouths to work their neck as well, then pass it to other camels in a relay race. Like I think camels should be. I think they're not exploited enough, to be honest, for monetary and sport gain. like, I want to see camels in more of the world stage. Because right now they're just abused for transport and carrying. Like I think like there's a whole world of opportunity.
Nice.
Amen.
But any other stories, you guys?
We do have your work story that you've been.
I'll save that to the end, though.
To be honest,
'Cause
I don't
it's-
think we're far off.
We're not far off. Like, I don't know. I mean, I could talk about the K-pop sex scandal, but
Yeah,
I don't
go on
think
then,
anyone
do a
really
second
cares
one.
about that. Do you care about that, Runham?
Go on.
Do you know anything about it at all?
No.
Actually, there is one funny story tied to it. I just remembered where, like, so essentially, like, the biggest K-pop band, boy band, well, the ones that reigned for the longest for a while, the youngest member is like, he was seen as like really good, like a role model. So all the others were there, like doing music and stuff, but he was always admired because he was like learning English and investing into businesses and stuff. So like restaurants, hotels, banks. So everyone really admired him for being like an entrepreneur and like using his money in that way. But turns out like he's been hiring out his clubs for like to get investors to give him money. He's been supplying them with prostitutes and stuff to get them on his side and get them to invest. So everyone's like, oh no, this is bad. But one defense I've seen him come out with there was leaked WhatsApp messages from a few years ago saying, oh yeah, just get some prostitutes, like cheap ones who'll sleep with anyone. And people were like, that's bad. And he said that's fake. And now he's gone from saying that's fake to autocorrect. So he said that autocorrect has like changed what he was saying and made it look bad on him when really it's not what he meant at all. But it's that's just a little thing I want to throw in. Like I said, no one really cares. I mean, I care, but
Why do you care?
I care 'cause I like K-pop. It's just like it's one of these things where it's like, well, it's like because it's like everyone's got such like a clean image, don't they? Where they're all like amazing, they look amazing, and they're all like innocent and stuff, and like really talented.
Okay.
And then this guy's come out like before this. That group had a scandal before where one of the members smoked some weed.
Oh, in Canada. Or
Yeah, in
somewhere.
Canada, and then because it's
shit.
illegal for any Korean citizens to do drugs anywhere in the world, he had like his mandatory military service delayed while he had to do he got sentenced to like not jail, but it was delayed, so he had to do some community service for a few months, meaning that his military, and then on top of that do his military service, so it's just extended the amount of time he can't work, and that was all because he smoked a bit of weed, and now seems a bit minor now that one of them has now been prostituting women out, supplying drugs to girls in clubs so their people can sleep with them.
South Korea.
Yes, well, yeah, and then this is the thing. Like South Korea is really bad. Like they've got the
I
highest
didn't
out.
realise they have to do that.
What do you mean?
Well, I didn't realise they have to do like a mandatory military service in South Korea.
Yeah, 21 months
Jeez.
between the ages of 18 and 35. Yeah, everyone has to do it unless you're, unless like obviously you like physically can't, or some people get a pass for like Olympics if you're like a sportsman.
Right.
So
Do women have to do it as well? Do you know?
no, just men.
No,
It's not
okay.
like Israel, but no, it's bad. Like, because there was one South Korean player, like the only like football player, who's like the only really famous one, other than the North Korean boy wonder who plays in Italy, who's like 17, and then Italy pays his wages to the South Korean government. That's another story. But there's one player who plays for Tottenham, and so he was in. Like, obviously, if they get like a bronze in the Olympics, then they don't have to do their mandatory service, and if they don't get a minimum of that, then they do. So he ended up in some cup in Asia, literally playing for like not for his life, but like it came down. There was one match, and then like if he lost that match, that would be it. He would have to go and do his mandatory
Yeah.
service for like 2 years, and if he won, he wouldn't have to, and he'd be able to keep playing football in England. And so I think he scored like the winning goal for it.
Did
and,
he?
Like, he was just like, he went back, he cried on the pitch and everything, and you'd be like, fair enough, because like
You should buy the rights to that. That could be like a
that could
sports
be a
movie.
story, yeah. But like, it's just mad how they have to do it, and like a lot of it is just sort of like military police in like a city or something, because obviously they can't
Okay.
throw everyone on the border and antagonise
North
North Korea.
Do you reckon it is because of North Korea that they?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Military presence.
Yeah,
Because North Korea, like
they don't care
everybody,
about anywhere else.
North Korea have like, I think everybody in North Korea is technically in the army, and
They stamp the babies like as they go out with their military number.
Out of the factory, the babies get stamped. And then,
They don't
get,
use dog tags in,
assigned to their roles, like.
It's like they have careers advisors in schools. It's just which military position would be best for you.
But it's like on the film Ants when they get chosen what to do, like workers or soldiers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty much like that, to be honest.
From
Yeah. But yeah, that's
Not far from the truth, to be fair.
yeah, that's our dose of Korea for the week.
Woody Allen based it on.
Woody Allen?
Yeah, he's the voice of it. I think he like maybe directed it as well.
Oh, I don't like Woody Allen, so.
Well, he's a pedophile or something, so
He
yeah.
fucks kids.
Right, so that's the like. Well, I think you should have gone with that one before the camel weighing. But this is like this is like a little mini.
To warm up to it.
Yeah. This is like a little mini episode. So we're gonna do normally when Charlie's back, we're gonna do 10 stories. So 4 serious ones and then 6 a bit like that camel, a bit silly, and then we're gonna move on and. Well, I guess each of us could have a little segment, but just like an extra thing at the end of it. But Max's is going to be work stories from his. Do you want to say your workplace?
I don't want to disclose where I work.
Okay, well he works at a car hire place.
Yeah, so as you guys know, I wasn't feeling too well this week. I was a bit under the weather.
Yeah.
And I was starting to feel a little bit better on Wednesday, I think it was. And work told me to take a Jaguar XF, I think.
Sorry, I wasn't listening at all. Did you say you had the day off?
No, I was working all week.
Okay, yeah.
I just wasn't feeling very well. And I was starting to feel a little bit better, like the headaches and all stuff went, so I didn't take a day off. And work told me to take a Jaguar XF to another one of our branches and bring back a 3 Series. And it was a freshly delivered 2019 3 Series, which is... That's why I asked you earlier. So probably going for like a minimum of what, let's say 38 grand.
Yeah, something around that.
I think it had about 40 miles on it.
Was it an M3 or just a 3 Series?
No, it's just a normal 3 Series. But a very expensive car. And so I was driving...
From 28,000, there you go.
From 28,000, okay, it's not too bad.
Okay, yeah.
But, so no, I was driving back, and so I was sitting in the car on the way back to my branch, and I was on the phone with my girlfriend at the time, and I was just like,
Your girlfriend at the time? She's not your girlfriend anymore?
She's not now, no, yeah, but I was on the phone with her, and I was like, I really need to fart, but I don't want to in case I shit myself, jokes. And so, but then I went for it, and it was fine, and I was like, okay, cool. And so I was like, I guess I'm over my illness now. So I went again.
You just farted it out.
And I shit.
Really?
So
I thought you had like a flu or something.
no, yeah, I had like a stomach virus.
Oh shit! Okay.
So I sat there in the car and I was like, "What? This has just happened." Like this was like the low point of my career at the moment. So I was sat in this car. I'd farted. I'd sharted in the car. On the way back to branch, I was like, I didn't know what to do. I started panicking. My eyes started watering because I was like, I don't know what to do. Like, what could I do?
What trousers were you wearing?
I was in my work stuff.
Oh my god! What colour are they?
They're blue, but so
not the crisp white shirt.
Well, yeah. So I was So luckily, the branch I was coming back from was close to my house.
Yeah.
So I got on WhatsApp straight away and I was like, sorry guys, gonna be a bit late, stuck in traffic. I raced home, got out, got in the car, waddled back into my house, and it wasn't as bad as I had thought. So essentially, all week I've been like, all week the only thing that's been coming out of my body is farts and water. So essentially, my water had just broken in the car. So I checked it out. I looked at the damage, and all that had happened is I had just farted out water. So I'd farted out water like my water had broken. So it wasn't as bad as it could have been. So all I did, I ran upstairs, changed my pants, got back into the trousers because I couldn't rock up into work in a different suit. Like everyone would know. So then
that's when you see a person in a different suit, you automatically think
they've
that
got
guy
no
shat themselves.
So no, changed it all out, and then I got back in the car, only to see that there was a wet patch where I'd been sitting. So I turned the heated seats on.
What?
And just sort of left it, and then I just got back, and like all I could do was I got back and I was like, everything fine, and I just sort of decided to cover myself by saying, yeah, it's weird though because it's new, but it smells a bit funny. Like I don't know what's been in there, but it's a nice fresh new one. And yeah, that was just I just couldn't stop thinking about it for the whole day. Like I am the guy who shit himself in one of his works like brand new car models. But yeah, I don't know how I can top that for next week. I'm sure something will crop up which is bad. But
Oh my god.
that's all I've got for this week.
That is fucking incredible.
That is... I did not want to know that.
All your stories like to do with shitting yourself.
So
We're actually recording this from round the corner from my work on the sketchy industrial estate.
Did you get the number plate so you can see it in the future? You can be like, oh, that's the car that I crapped myself
I marked that. Anyone who sits in that car is now sat in my shit. Which is okay because they're BMW drivers, so I don't care.
Oh my god.
What happens if Mark has it?
Oh no, he's gonna be like, and all that scent. I mean, Mark shits on all of his cars just to mark them anyway, so. But no, that's my work story for the week.
I like to imagine your face when it happened.
I mean, I was crying a bit because I just like pure stress. I didn't know what to do. I mean, it's just lucky that I was coming back from a branch next to my house, and it was like I was heading back to my own just before, and it happened just before a roundabout, so I was able to turn back around with ease. But it was just, and I was on the phone at the time. And to be fair, like a girlfriend, she was quite supportive. Like I did.
Oh, you told her?
Yeah. I was like, oh my god.
God.
Oh my god. She was like, what? And I was like, I've just shit myself. And like, I thought she would just think I'm an absolute freak and just be like, oh my god.
Well, you did
like,
say she
what's
was your
wrong with you?
ex-girlfriend, so...
Oh yeah, but no. So she was like, happens to everyone. I was like, no, it doesn't. I think she's trying to make me feel better, but I just it was just bad.
That's my new favourite Mac story.
I did call a woman Frank the other day at work. I don't know if I've told you that one, Running, but
That's a bit of a letdown.
and then did I tell you about the time I went to shake someone's hand as they undid their belt? They reached over to undo their belt, and I thought they were going to go shake my hand. So I reached over to reach my hand, and they were like, "Oh, sorry," and then they went to do a handshake, but I'd already like retracted then. And so all I did was go into it with a fist bump. So I just fist bumped their open hand as a thanks for the transaction.
Nice.
That was pretty bad. But it's just not as bad as shitting yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, all your voices just, I couldn't hear anything for the last like 30 seconds.
Oh, you missed
So
an
you didn't
embarrassing
miss
story, but you
anything.
could just listen back and you'll be
Yeah, I
all
was
one.
gonna
You'll be our one listener for the week.
Do you have any stories, Ronham? Anything from Cannock Town?
I don't think I can top that, to be honest.
I don't think you need to top it.
I don't think I have anything at all, really, of any interest.
Right.
So,
You got anything?
No, not really. More troubles with my car, but that's pretty boring unless you're into that kind of thing.
We'll have the car podcast when we'll expand out.
Yeah, that will be our side project.
Yeah. But other than that, do you want to wrap it up?
Me?
Yeah.
Right, so I will just look it up. We've got a couple of things to plug. We've got a YouTube channel, which you're probably even listening to it on it.
Do we?
Yeah. So,
Oh, I mean, we do.
yeah, remember?
Every Shrek movie, but only the word Shrek.
Nice. So if you search 10 Story Showcase on YouTube,
It does not come up.
it doesn't, but it will do. We've got a Twitter as well. That's called 10 _
I might just have
Showcase?
We might just have to subbot it.
Yeah. We'll put links underneath. I've also, if you want to get rid of my voice, I'm going away over the summer on a volunteering thing, and I'm raising money for that. Cheers for doing it at that point. I'll put in a link. I've got like a fundraising page, so if you want to throw in a couple of pounds, that would be much appreciated. Charlie's got like a YouTube channel where he does gaming, so avoid that like the
Yeah,
plague.
he's not here, so he doesn't get to plug it.
Runham, do you have like a band or anything?
do I have a band? No.
No, you got anything else you want to plug, like a YouTube channel?
If there's any jobs going,
Yeah.
If there's any jobs, send your application details and I'll get it sorted.
So I think that's it. We'll
yeah,
be
I'll
back.
just plug anything.
I think I'm going to release this Tuesday, so we'll try to record it on the Sunday and then release it on the Tuesday. So it's got that kind of like slightly unfresh feel.
Yeah.
So we'll hopefully be back for next Tuesday, and that will have all four of us.
It'll be a full-length one, and we'll actually have researched our stories properly.
Yeah, we'll also probably have like slightly better audio quality because this is pretty ghetto in a car at the moment.
Yeah.
So anyway, see you next week. Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye. End it.
End it.